Hello and welcome. I am Jarlbear, and welcome as we begin a new adventure. So unfortunately, the adventure that we had started with the Ungrim Iron Fist campaign, unfortunately it did not work out. The update to Warhammer 3, it borked it. I even tried going back to the old version of the mod, the old version of the game, but it just kept crashing whenever I tried to load in. So we are beginning a new adventure together today. And that is still with the old world mod. If you don't know what the old world mod is, definitely try it out. The old world mod is a vast sandbox campaign encompassing the lands of the Empire, Kislev, Norska, Albion, the Badlands, and more, with open-ended objectives that provide a fine Total War Warhammer experience. So it's awesome, adds a lot of areas of the mod and everything, of the lore and everything, and as someone who is waiting for the old world tabletop campaign to come out by Games Workshop, this is very awesome in my opinion, and I love it. So we're using this mod. We are still playing dwarfs, but we are playing a custom faction, which you need Unlocker and Kataf's Norse Dwarves. It is Great King Thorgod Crumson. He leads the Norse Dwarfs to either a rebirth of their culture or to an unsung sacrifice against the Ever-Chosen and his slaves. So that is Kraka Drak. They are the Norse Dwarves, inspired by the Vikings of old in our world and fused with the glorious stuntiness of the dwarfs. If you look at the map, you can see they are as far north basically as you can get. So their number one enemy is the Norskins and the Chaos Marauders, which, as they say in their little blurb here, they either will come back to rebirth or die at the hands of the Ever-Chosen. So for lore details, we get custom faction units. We get Huscarls, which are runic two-handed infantry. We get Braves, which are dual axe infantry, which are basically the same as Slayers, except they have runic ability. And if you look here, they are enabled with Rage and Tally for Grimnir, which they get a passive ability and it builds on top of each other. And they also have spell resistance of 35%. And then we have Dwarf Warriors and Quarrelers with great weapons. So faction effects, unsuitable climate is Chaos Wastelands. Chaos Wastelands in Norsa can be reclaimed by local buildings. So if we build our local Dowie buildings, it reclaims the lost lands for ourselves and it makes it habitable again, which I think is a really neat feature for them to have, and it allows you to reclaim the lost dwarf hold of old. So just like with the Slayer King, we are reclaiming our lost glory. Lord effects, recruitment and upkeep costs minus 35% for Huscarls. Lord's Army, attrition minus 25%, casualty suffered from Chaos Undivided Corruption, and Chaos Weights, attrition for the Lord's Army, and growth plus 5 for all provinces, and wound recovery time minus 2. So he's a beast of a lord. A lot of cool abilities for reclaiming the lost land, and I just love his modded look. He looks quite badass in my opinion, and you can see here with the Frostdrake skull as a shoulder piece, it's just very cool. Map I already showed you. We are very far north up here by the Chaos Wastes, and here is their dive for the lore. You already know the dwarf lore, I'm assuming, so I will tell you the legend of Thorgod. Many have dubbed him the last king of Kraka Drak. Whatever fate awaits the Norse Dwarfs, Thorgod Crumson is going to make as many of his foes as possible the last of their kind too. The great king of Kraka Drak is a resolute defender and a ferocious fighter at once, a sure fulcrum for his bodyguard of Huscarls. So that is who we are playing as we dive in as the mighty Kraka Drak, the last destitute holds of the Norse Dwarfs. That being said, let us start our campaign. We are playing on hard difficulty. I will see you on the campaign map. So I just wanted to show you the custom loading art. Quite cool. And time has passed since King Silverbeard's demise against the so-called Emperor of Chaos. The wounds may not be fresh, but the Norse dwarves are still rebuilding and still seething for vengeance. Great King Thorgod Crumson orders halls to be refitted, mines reopened, runes crafted, and warriors trained. The Chaos worshippers will be back, the Skaven plot, and the new Ever-Chosen of Chaos is rumored to be uniting the tribes. Kraka Drak will fight. Very cool as we dive in. So here we are in the far north. Guthrie Stoneheart is a rune priest who we are going to stick right into Thorgard's army. And their heir is Carlos Aisling, leader of the Aislings. So we start at war. Let me show you our lands real quick. So we have 4 settlements in the Giant Home Mountains. We have Kraka Drak, Kraka Drak, Icicle Pass, and Grung Drakaz. And then, additionally, we have land to reclaim. To the east, we have Drake Fjord. Drake Fjord is quite different. So, last time I played the Old World mod before this update, this Drake Fjord was held by Kraka Drak, so they've reduced the lands even further held by Kraka Drak. And now, we also see Kraka Ravensvake have their own faction. Originally, they were just settlements up in the North Bayou. Now it is a whole other faction. So we have dwarf allies, fellow Dawi that we can call on. Let's get a trade agreement going.
All right.
Non-aggression, 1815. I don't know. We'll wait because they're going to be liking us more. We start out war with the Earthfjordlings. The Brunans are next to us, and then the Aislings. Septic Claw is also up here with the nasty Nurgle boys. And Kirmi is up here. You might not have expected that. Cetra the Imperishable is in the north, and the north remembers. Oracles of Zinch are also up here. And the Steel Fist Reavers. Steelfish would be funny though. So we have lots of enemies and only few allies that are here to help. We have established our trade agreement with Kraka Ravensvake. I'm gonna do my best to pronounce these names. Kraka Drak has a resource, hunting lodge. Let's get that. Icicle Pass. I'm gonna go ahead and start building the sparring chamber. Actually, I want those Huscarls, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep it at Kraka Drak. I will build, however. Ooh. Refugee camp gets us income of 100, unit capacity +1 of Curling Warriors, adds to the garrison of the Curling Warriors, which are like civilized Norskins. So very cool. You can see a lot of lore, a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, let's see. Icicle Pass. Right here on the east. Icicle Pass. I will build the refugee camp, and then Grung Drakaz right here by our allies. Barley Field. And all those buildings will be done in one turn. Thorgard needs to move. We need to choose a technology. Alright, so right off the bat, let's get a technology going here on our first turn of our first episode together. So, this is what the technology tree looks like for the Norse Dwarfs. We have Ward Maintenance, Stalwart Defenders, this is Troll Country, and Okrenadoras Mining. Stalwart Defenders would be good. Melee defense +5 for all Norse Dwarfs units with shields, ambush success chance +10%, and leadership +5 while defending. This is Troll Country, makes construction costs 20% cheaper, recruitment costs 15% cheaper for Quarrelers, and recruitment costs 15% cheaper for Rangers as well. That would be very good, but I think first and foremost... I think first and foremost we need that leadership and melee defense. So we're going to start with Stalwart Defenders. And you can see how unique their technology tree is as we go through it. I will, of course, read you the description of all of them as we get there. And ultimately, you come at your goal of High King in the north. Very good. Where you become your own separate High King, separate from that grudge bearer. Venerate the Ancestor, per usual, control +4, corruption -3. I find that very helpful, especially since we're going to be this far north and up here with these chaos beings and Norskin raiders. You can see the custom faction, the custom buildings as well. This is our capital hold right here. Nothing really special quite yet, but soon it will restore to its former glory, and it will be glorious for all Dawi. So we're gonna take Thorgard, King Cromson, and we're gonna attack Carlos. It says decisive victory. They've got Marauder Champions, great weapons, Marauders of Khorne, dual weapons, 3 Marauders, and a Marauder Horseman, as well as Carlos himself. I say we fight it, so we can get a feel for the units, and so you guys can see the glorious victory of the Norse Dwarfs. For the old gods, we fight! Alright, my shield wall, we have loaded on in, and we are here to battle against Carlos Aisling. More like Carlos Arsling, if you ask me. For he has no beard, and he has wronged the Norse Dwarfs, and for that, his people will suffer. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna take our Dwarf Warriors. We're gonna make a nice line. That forward. Get the Quarrelers behind. Braves on one side. The Huscarls on the other. Thorgard with his Huscarls, and Guthrie Stoneheart will be with the Braves. And let's take a look at these custom units. These are the Braves. Like I was saying, they're very similar to the Slayers, except they have the runic abilities and that full breakdown I gave you. I think they're very cool looking. I love them quite a lot. I hope you do as well. And then, of course, let's go look. I love the green color scheme of our warriors. The Quarrelers are ready for a fight. But most of all, we have our king, our glorious king, and his Huscarls, which are so cool looking. Yes, we fight to battle, Dawi, to battle. So we're gonna come over the hill. Forwards, we are of the mountains. Are you with me, shield wall? The north remembers, and Thorgard Cromson stands defiant. Oops. Oh, we gotta wheel it around. I knew that was gonna happen. Wheel! Spoilers.
Take them down.
Focus on the Marauders.
By the Layer's will, attack the Orcs.
Braves get the Horsemen. Spoilers unload into them. Fight them.
Range far, range fast. For the ancestors. We go.
Actually, swing this way. Focus the Khorne Marauders. And they try and get to Carlos. There we go. There we go. The Marauder Champions are surrounded. Send them in. We're gonna flank with them. And now you can start unloading on the Marauders. Buff the Braves and the Warriors. Take a look at that fight going on between Carlos Arsling and Thorgard. Yes. And now we just kind of mop up. And their lord has broken. Finish them. There we are. Chase them down. Kill as many as possible. And we'll fast forward. So a good win here. Some damage sustained to our warriors, our front line, but overall we really didn't lose any dwarfs that we couldn't afford to lose. Carlos is severely wounded by this. I was hoping we could kill him, but it looks like we're not gonna quite get that, but that's all right. Inflicted a bunch of casualties. Go ahead and end that. A decisive victory. No mere victory. Fates were rewritten. Destinies ended, and the immutable changed. All because of you. And so we end our battle with a triumph to begin this campaign of Kraka Drak. 114 kills by the Huscarls. They are absolute beasts. Thorgard Crumson, he deployed 482. He lost 49. He remains with 433. Carlos deployed 481. He lost 254. So he remained with only 227. Most importantly, we shut him down. We shut the cavalry down. And we shut those corn marauders down before they could really get going. They were the dangerous units, and we made sure they did not get any further. Drink to victory. Oh, we killed the army. Beautiful. He was slain in battle. All right. I could have sworn. Hello, Steel Fists. Your warriors of chaos.
Marauders all.
Oh, it's Stig. Okay, I could have sworn Carlos was the leader. That's why I thought. All right, cool. With him gone, I think we're safe to push north. Try and take Fjord. I know Cetro is going to start marching north as well. It's based on a part of the lore from the tabletop game where it was the war of, I think it was called like Sand and Ice or something like that. Snow and Ice, Snow and Sand. But it's when he was in the north dealing with a bunch of vampiric stuff and kicking butt like Cetro usually does. Put him into encamp and we will move forward. Can't have Ogre's blades yet. Honestly, I'm just gonna take more warriors.
To war!
To war! Brute Marcher, give us that 5% buff to campaign movement range. I gotta love it. I start every single campaign with it because it is such a beautiful buff to have. And yeah, that is our first turn. Turn 1 is down in the books. And if you look, I don't know if you noticed that, but there's some Aurora Borealis that will happen, and that's super cool. So we're going to stop here for the turn, and we are recruiting. I like the green that they went for in-game rather than the teal of the faction banner. I like this green. It's rather nice. But yes, we march north. We will take Fjord. That lies in the destiny, where we have grudges to right. We have no grudges yet, which is a little different for the dwarfs as well. Usually you start with at least, you know, a few goals for you to take and everything, but not this time, not with Kraka Drak. We are simply looking to reclaim our home, at least for now. But we do march north to war. So let's end this turn, and we are going to move on right to turn 2. We have begun our glorious advance. I feel like this campaign is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully it doesn't get borked like the other one, but hey. It happens. So far, I'm having fun. I really love the flavor and the gameplay of Kraka Drak. I played with them on Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3 unmodded, with just them modded in, you know, not as modded as much as this, but the old world mod, I feel it really brings a lot to the table, especially for factions such as, you know, Kraka Drak.
My axe thirsts for war.
Can't quite reach.
Beards in belts.
So we're gonna mark in the encampment stance so we can get that replenishment, and we're gonna go right for Taldusfjord Port, and then we'll go after the pit, which, if we're not careful, I'm pretty sure Cetra's gonna get to it before we can, which is kind of annoying, actually. You guys will have to let me know how you think we should proceed, whether we should kick some mummy butt, or whether we should, you know, abide and just let Cetra do his thing for now. So we can have 3 units of Kierling warriors. Like I said, they are the civilized, quote-unquote, Norskins that are allied with the Kraka Drak Dwarfs. Attitude Kraka Ravensvaka is really starting to like us.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this
1500, whatever, I'll do
Very
it. Get that non-aggression, really start getting them to like us. I wonder what that means. Alright, units recruited. We got 2 dwarf warriors. We got that non-aggression negotiated. Barley field's done, hunting lodge is done, and refugee camp is also done. So we have buildings in all of our settlements, and the giant home mountains are once again a home. Remember, if you ever have an idea for a settlement name or a army name, a unit name, just let me know in the comment section and I'll see if I can make it work. But we are marching north. It'll take us 1 more turn before we can get there. Yeah, we'd be just short. We'll stay in the encampment so we can get replenishment rather than attrition. We march. I think we're good. I don't think there's anyone else we need to talk to.
Norska.
Oh.
Tribal fury.
A-slings. R-slings, do you want peace? Alright, R-slings. The Steel Fist Reavers. Look at that. They still don't want peace though. They're at war with Kirame as well, so we do have to march on them. Like I said, we're probably going to lose the pit to Cetra, which is annoying because that means we won't have complete control of that province. But maybe we can beat them to Drakefjord. If we can beat them to Drakefjord, that would be great. But we'll just have to see how it plays out in the next couple episodes. Alright, so let's end turn 2, and we're going to keep on marching north. We will take the fjord, and we will reclaim our homes. $278 factions, which is quite remarkable, having such a small map, but yet so many factions. Shadowgore Warherd is now at war with the Brennuns, which means Brennans aren't going to be much of an issue now. Guthrie, I'm going to give you the Rune of Speed. You can buff our boys, especially the Braves as they charge in the battle. Alright, let's go take Taldusfjord Port. Decisive victory. They do have Chaos Warriors, but that garrison kind of insignificant. I'll go ahead and fight it just in case. Don't want the auto resolve screwing us over in any kind of way. So once more, Kraka Drak will fight. All right, my shield wall. We are here, and we are ready to fight. So across the field, you can see the Norskins standing defiant, but they will be defeated. I love that purple. We'll just have to make it bloody. Alright, so
We demand blood.
get the dwarfs ready.
We demand blood.
Boom. Are they gonna move towards us? No? Alright, we will initiate. Single speed, no need to run, don't wear yourselves out. so quickly, lads. I just love the look of the green. Look at those quarrelers. So my dwarf army that I have for tabletop is a Clan Angrand army led by Belagar Ironhammer, and so it's done in the blue and red. But this is making me want to get more and paint it in the Kraka Drak colors. Get a Thorgard Crumson custom model. Maybe I'll have to do that when I have the funds to do so. That could be really fun. The second army, and you know, quite a unique army too. I could even try using some of my Space Wolves cloaks and stuff to kit bash more of that Norse look. You guys let me know what you think. Alright, so we're gonna march forward. Let's go ahead and start advancing. Single speed. Single speed. Single speed. Shoot the Marauder Horsemen. Shoot the Marauder Horsemen. Get them, boys. Give the Braves the Rune of Speed since they're charging in. Use that second Quarrelers to go after the dogs. They're just Warhounds. Focus on them. Slow down for just a second. Choosing our... There we go. Everyone's got a target. Perfect. Get them, Braves. Bring those horses down. Look at them. Glorious in combat. And they broke already, so they're gonna go support against their lord there. Not their lord, but the leader of the garrison. Oh, dang it. Okay, focus on the Chaos Warriors. Go after the Chaos Warriors. That balance of power. Huscarl's used all their ammo, so they're going to charge in against the Chaos Warriors. They're still running good. Okay. They are setting in. Yeah, as if the Dwarf Warriors wasn't enough, we sent in Huscarls after him. And Thorgard. The king is here. Don't you worry, laddies.
War of vengeance! Get on!
Kill these Chaos Warriors. There we go. The Chaos Warriors are breaking on the left. The fighting is deadly in the trees. Shield walls mashed against one another. The Norse Dwarves versus the Norskins. And the Dowie march ever onwards. Oh, I let the dogs come back. It's okay. They just all broke. We can chase them for kills, like fast forward it, but it's a garrison, so it doesn't really matter that much because it's gonna die anyway. It's not gonna be an army that runs away or anything like that. But that's good. Lots of kills for us. We took some attrition there, or not, a little more damage than I thought we would have. That might have been on my part, just having that single shield wall line. But overall, I'm happy with how that turned out, and a victory, especially a decisive victory, is still a victory. That is good, my shield wall. Look at those kills, at least 60 all across the board. Warriors, you gotta step it up. But look at that. Love to see it. We deployed 624. We only lost 63 of our mighty Norse Dwarves, remaining us with 561. The settlement garrison had 525. We defeated 389 of them. That remains 136. Beautiful. Beautiful, my shield wall. We're going to load in, take the settlement, and we will see what lies next for us. Very good. Decisive victory. We could sack. I'm just gonna go ahead and occupy since we're trying to keep the province. Oh, we encountered the Legion of Chaos. How fun. How fun indeed. Utri got a rank. Thorgard got a rank. Alright.
Let us begin.
We have taken Taldusfjord Port, which means Mountains of Hell lie to our left, but we are going to head northeast here to take Vidarheim. Yes, there's Cetra. So I want to take Vidarheim so that we can at least have the capital of the province rather than Cetra. That means next turn we are just going to go right away.
Onward.
Marching. Nothing else really happening this turn.
My axe thirsts
Inspiring
for
presence
war.
will give unit experience gained per turn 75 for the Lord's Army, and the character's Aurora leadership effect is raised by 5. Start with that. So we got that point in.
For the
Now we
wisdom
gotta do the
of
point for
land.
Guthrie. Guthrie, I'm gonna give you Rune of Wrath and Ruin. It's an explosive rune, causes explosive damage to enemy units nearby. I love using that thing. It's so, oh, it's so fun. Absolutely love it. So we're gonna start with that. We could grab 2 miners, might as well, right? Bodies to throw at the enemy. And I'm going to start recruiting an army, I think, down here at the capital. So a unique thing they have as well are things called ward lords, which are very similar to rune lords, but they have different flavor and slightly different buffs. You can see their buffs here, and the ward lord, they have different runes and more buffs as well. So we are going to recruit Ward Lord Ulter Helheim or Fimber Proudbeard. Discipline, Ancestral Blood. I think Discipline sounds pretty good with that leadership and melee attack +2. Alright, Fimber, come Mr. Proudbeard.
Armed and ready.
You shall make the Norse and the North proud. Alright, so we are going to recruit 2 warriors. Just a kind of a defensive army to get started since we have these enemies right here with the Usfjordlings that can come after us. Don't want that, but definitely getting that started. I'm going to play 2 more turns, get us to turn 5. And with that being said, let's do so. Well, actually first...
And what can the Dawi do for you on this
No,
farm?
I'm not giving you 4K for military access. No. Thank you though, but no. Alright. So we do head on to turn 4. The Dawi are marching. Still 278 of us. Boom. An undersea discovered at Kraka Drak. Well, that's great. Bimber got the warriors. We got the miners.
Ready.
Reach there.
The High King commands.
But unfortunately, I have to travel by the underway, because otherwise we get attrition, and I do not want attrition before we, start trying to siege them. But like I said, I'm going to take Vidarheim first, so we can take the capital, and then we'll go after the pit if we have time. But chances are Setri will get the pit, but I'd much rather them have the pit than the capital of Vidarheim.
My anger
So we can
burns
upgrade one of these, so we're obviously going to do the capital. 2250 takes 4 turns.
iron will.
Timber. Grab one dwarf warrior. Actually, grab a great weapons. There you go. That's enough for now, I think. Yeah. Still no allies to be seen other than this little band of dwarves who seems to be doing nothing. Ravensvaka. If someone knows what that means, or if they look it up and let me know in the comment section, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bimber, you're good. Thorgard,
Time for a rec-
you're good. So that's everything. Onward to turn 5. But first, I forgot to show you the objectives. We do get missions, and then the victory conditions is just the normal short victory conditions due to it being modded in. But I want to play this very roleplay wise. I want to try and take a bunch of this and hold it as long as possible. Maybe try and get to turn like 120. See if we can outlast the end times and whatnot. See what it throws at us, because I would love to do that just lore wise and roleplay wise, and also get to that technology of the High King in the north. That's kind of what the goal is for this campaign, and I hope you guys are down. With that being said, onwards we go to turn 5. Let's kick some butt. Yes, yell into the void, Thorgard. Yell into the void. We have a small army. Kylus Crow, brother. Kinda cool. Oh, a mission issued. At the end of your turn, have an income of at least 3,000. We have 1,195. And then the Dwarf Warrior's great weapons are recruited. So, this is where we are going to start wrapping up for today. You're on turn 5. You can let me know if we should recruit more, what you think we should have going on. We have 1 turn left for technology. And I'm going to go ahead and move Thorgard right there. Oh yeah, Cetra took the pit, so we must take Vidarheim. We must now.
Let us begin.
Let us begin. So yes, this is where we will stop for today, unfortunately, with High King, well, not High King yet, but King Thorgard Kromson leading to the north, just outside of Vidarheim. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, this first episode of our new Kraka Drak campaign for the old world mod of Total War Warhammer 3. If you did enjoy this episode and you're looking forward to that series, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot and it lets me know what you're watching. If you ever want to support me further, check out the links in the description of the video. If you ever have a comment, suggestion, concern, name, anything at all, drop that in the comment section down below for me. But I think that's enough for me for today, and as always, I am Jarlbear, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.